Also Northwest comic. Please, big round of applause for Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones!
All right. You got your hands crossed like you don't believe I'm gonna be funny. What the hell? Started out wrong already. I was driving to Yakima listening to the radio, and I heard that edited version of Eminem's song, The Real Slim Shady. Y'all heard that? I heard it when it was the original, like with the cursing and stuff. And he had a line in there that said, I just drank a fifth of vodka, dare me to drive? And when I first heard it, I'm like, Eminem was crazy. All right, that's a big dare. But then I heard the radio edit, and he said, I just drank a fifth of Kool-Aid. Dare me to drive? Man, what kind of dare is that? And you would think I'd get upset about that, right? Because that's no dare. But I got upset because I was like, where the fuck is Eminem getting a fifth of Kool-Aid? I've been high as shit watching movies with Cottonmouth thinking, you know what hit the spot right now? A fucking fifth of Kool-Aid. But I'm not a rap god, so I don't know where they sell fifths of Kool-Aid. Although if he's a diabetic, that's gangster. That's just straight up gangster. Drinking a fifth of Kool-Aid, diabetic, driving. Are we taking out 5 cars with him? That's just OG. That's typical gangster. I was driving into town, I saw y'all sign, nice sign. Something about y'all being something like California. Palm Springs. See, that's what threw me off, because I'm in my 40s now, but I lived in California in my 20s, and I've been to Palm Springs. And I was like, God damn, I done did a lot of drugs. And I done blacked out and shit, and I forgot what Palm Springs looked like. Then I looked it up on Google, and I was like, oh, no, that's the same. Resort hotels and beautiful golf courses in the Coachella Valley, that's what it's known for. And Yakima is known for meth. What the fuck? The only thing you have in common with Palm Springs is it's hot as shit there too. That's it. I'm bragging about it. Then I got off on the exit, Knob Hill. Knob Hill, for real. 2017, we're calling it Knob Hill. Knob sounds like job. Now you got knob job, which sounds like hand job and blow job, and now there's a dick involved. You see the perverseness of the name of that street? Then I was going down there, and I think some people were giving some knob jobs, so I guess it's named appropriately. I don't know. Drove by a hair salon, and they had a sign outside that says nobody's perfect, but we are 9 out of 10 times. That means 1 out of 10 people leave with a fucked up haircut. That's not advertising, that's bad advertising, I think. But I guess it's okay that you have a street that's fucked up instead of the whole city's name, right? Because there's a place in Pennsylvania called Intercourse. And it was named a long time ago. And we need to update that shit. It ain't called Intercourse anymore, it's called fucking. So let's call it fucking Pennsylvania, right? Because I've lived in Pennsylvania, and in the summertime you say that out loud. It's fucking Pennsylvania, it's goddamn hot here. There's also a place in Pennsylvania called Blue Ball. Sir, do you know what blue balls are? You know what they are.
He's married, so yeah.
Yeah, you know what blue balls are. Oh, damn. That's not cool. You get it once a month. That's sad. No wonder you're drinking. That's just, man, I gotta forget that I ain't getting any. Yeah, just trying to dull the blue ball feeling there. But I looked it up on Wikipedia, and they were more concerned about telling you what blue balls was than they were blue ball the city. And it said that blue balls is the discomfort in the testicular area when a man gets no sexual release and he feels that discomfort and he gets upset. Well, I didn't say that at the end, but I put that in there because that's the truth. You get fucking upset. It said it's also referred to as hot nuts. Can y'all tell I'm not from Washington? I talk funny. I'm from the South. we think and say the most fucked up shit in the world in the South, and I never heard of hot nuts. Then I start thinking about it, maybe there's a reason. Maybe we're not so stupid. Because if you're with a woman, you're like, oh baby, hey, we've been making out, well, let's go to the bedroom, you know, I got the blue balls. And she'd be like, hee hee hee, and go home or whatever the fuck they do. They think it's funny. But if you're with a woman, you're like, oh baby, you know, we've been making out, let's go in the room, I got the hot nuts. She'd be like, maybe we should go on the computer, look up WebMD, because I think you have syphilis. Hot nuts. That don't even make no damn sense. No. I had a girlfriend one time, she said she wanted to be treated like a princess. So I poisoned her fruit. You think, oh, that's against the law, but it isn't. There's a loophole. She didn't specify which princess. So I went with Snow White because she seemed the most quiet. You know? Don't worry about her. She's in my attic on a mattress waiting on her true love's kiss. So actually, that's a lie. It's too hot in the attic. She's in the basement. You don't expect me to have her in the living room, do you? I don't have girls over for crying out loud. It's crazy. No. I got kicked out of Arkansas. Did y'all know that? I got kicked out of Arkansas. It was during that whole get her done craze. Y'all remember that? People were jumping out of bushes like, get her done. It was freaking me out because I sound like I'm Southern, but I don't like cows and trucks, and I don't think your tractor is sexy. I don't at all. I don't. I like old country music, but that's about as far as it goes. I don't spit tobacco. You know, I don't drink those shitty beers they drink down there. I don't do that stuff. But so everybody's like, get her done. So I tried, but then my dad kicked in the door. He's like, get off your sister. So, you know. Yeah. So it's not get her done, it's get her. It's confusing. I get kicked out. Then I moved around a lot, and I found out that a lot of states have different laws that's still on the books that don't make no damn sense. Do y'all know Washington has a messed up law still on the books about Bigfoot? It is illegal if you meet Bigfoot to harass his ass. It says it in the law. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not a violent man, but if I meet Bigfoot, it's going down. Just in that rap song, you remember that song? Meeting Bigfoot, it's going down. Meet me in the woods, it's going down. I'm gonna jack his ass up. Because I'm not a Bigfootologist, but I've seen a lot of Bigfoot video, and I know one thing for sure. You're walking with your friends in the woods, he sees you, beats the shit out of you, kills one of you, and then takes your beef jerky. I've seen it 100 times. And I'm not going out like that. I'm not. Just like Hall & Oates said, I can't go for that. Can't do it. No can do. So, yeah. Wisconsin also has a law that says it's illegal to serve pie without putting cheese on it. I don't want to know your habits, man. I'm telling you laws that are fucked up. If I just said the law is fucked up, why would you tell me that you do that fucked up thing?
I knew that.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, nobody's wanting to hear how you brag about your knowledge, goddammit. This isn't an interactive thing where I'm just like, who knows about pie in Wisconsin? Some PowerPoint, there's the Gouda. But I'm gonna tell you what, if somebody puts cheese on my pie, I told you I'm not violent, but somebody's getting punched immediately. It might be the waitress, it might be the person I'm with, it might be that baby in the high chair. I don't know, but somebody's getting punched. Kentucky also has a law that says it's illegal to it's illegal to not bathe at least once a year. They had to write a law to tell people to wash their ass in Kentucky. You guys don't even seem very amused about that. That must be normal around here too. Is that something y'all do? Yeah, we got that law too. We enforce it on Mob Hill mostly. I'm gonna start dating girls that don't watch movies though. Because my wife, I used to marry for 15 years, she loved movies, but she would always interrupt me. And she would say, you know, what's he doing? Why is it? I'd like, write it down and ask me later, you know? Just but if I date a girl that doesn't like movies, then all those movie lines are mine, right? So when I see her, she's like, hello. I'm like, you had me at hello. She's like, and then we get in a fight. She's like, you're a bastard. And I'm like, you make me want to be a better man. And then when we're having makeup sex, I'm like, my name is Antico Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. I only do Princess Bride during kinky shit. Like if she's blowing me, I go, inconceivable. You guys ready for your next comic? No, I ain't setting him up with that bullshit. Come on! Y'all ready for your next comic? That'll do it. He's toured all over the place. He's been on Howard Stern's show. Please give it up for the very funny Mr. Jason Stewart.
This is going to be called, all this is, it's called True Story. Somebody in the audience yells out a subject, and then you and I, if it's something that we both go, oh fuck, I got a great story about that, then we do. Is that cool? All right, cool. Give us a subject, go ahead.
Driving sucks!
What?
It was something about sex.
Driving sucks!
Drive-in sex?
Yeah, like at a drive-in theater.
Yeah.
Drive-in.
Yeah. They used to.
That's a challenge for you. Threesome!
Threesome? Do you have threesome?
I love the tower.
No. All right, I have time. It's got to be a subject. We both, like, go, give me another subject. Give me something.
Drive-in theater sex!
We don't have anything on drive-in theater sex.
Native American!
How funny if you leave that door open up? Give the drive-in theater sex! You already asked that. Fuck you! Give us a subject. Go ahead.
Proctologist.
Proctologist? You ever had a proctologist? I never had a proctologist, dude. Oh, I did have a dude. I self-diagnosed myself as having colon cancer. I was dating this girl. I was living in Seattle with a girl that I dated for 6 years, and I was watching 60 Minutes, and they had a whole story about there was a huge spike at the time in colon cancer in America, and they said there's 3 symptoms, and I had one of the 3. It was really embarrassing, but every time I went to the bathroom, there would be blood, and I was like, all right, I'm dying. There's blood, I know I'm dying. And my girlfriend at the time came home, and I said, hey, can I talk to you? She said, about what? I said, we can have a seat. And I sat down and I said, I'm dying. She said, you're what? And I go, I'm dying. I'm dying. I have colon cancer. And she started crying, and I started crying too, and I go, she goes, have you seen a doctor? I go, I don't need to. I said, I watched 60 Minutes. And I knew at that moment, she goes, you watched 60 Minutes. And I knew at that moment that if I said, I have one of the symptoms, I knew that wouldn't sell. And I go, I watched 60 Minutes. She goes, 60 Minutes. I go, babe, I have all the symptoms. I have all of them. There's blood and other stuff. I couldn't remember what the other 2 were. And she said, you need it. She made me call people, and then someone said, Craig, you might still be able to save your life. Make a doctor's appointment. So I made a doctor's appointment, and I got seen by a doctor that day. The doctor came in. What's the problem? I said, I had colon cancer. And he said, how old are you? And I was like 29 at the time. 29, and he goes, colon cancer? And he goes,
Danny.
okay, take your pants off and get on. He goes, take your pants off and your underwear and get on all fours. I never thought that was going to happen. I go, what? And he goes, yeah, and he goes, I'll be back. And I'm just like this on all fours. And the door opened up. He walked in. My shirt was hanging over my butt, so he had to hike my shirt up. And I was like, oh. I had the glove. And then for the first time in my life, I felt lube on my ass. And I was like, and then he didn't even he just left me on all fours, like, put your clothes on. Like I embarrassed him. And he slammed the door, and I was and then he came back and he said, what's your diet like? And I said, my diet. And I eat burgers, hot dogs, pretty much. And he said, okay. You have hemorrhoids. And I said, I do? And he goes, yeah. He goes, if you literally eat one apple a day, it'll be gone. And I said, what about my colon cancer? And he goes, great. He goes, you don't have colon cancer. I was like, oh, okay. And my girlfriend at home called her family. They're all crying. And I walked in and I go, hey. So what happened? I go, number one, I'm sorry. Number two, guess who has hemorrhoids? And number three, guess who got fingered by a dude who really started playing? All right, we need a subject that both of us have. So give me another subject. A what?
One night stand.
One night stand. You got a good one night stand story?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, let's hear it. Ladies and gentlemen, Randy Jones with a one night stand story.
So I was on Tinder. And I learned some stuff on Tinder, like if she just shows you her face, she's BBW all the way. And sometimes BBW, you know what I mean? And she came over my house, and I'm just such a nice guy. I can't ever tell nobody no and shit. Like, oh hell no, get back in the car. That's what was in my head, right? But I was like, ah shit, well I was already, my daddy said I'm supposed to be nice and shit. So she came in and ate most of my food. And then we start fooling around, because I'm that guy, who's not, you know? Women get the option, guys are just like, I'll take what I can get. So I'm that guy, and we started doing it, and there was a smell. It's not body odor though. So, I'm not bragging or nothing, but we did it like through a whole Star Trek episode. Because I know I was smoking a joint and watching Star Trek. It was The Trouble with Tribbles, and it was great. But we get done, and she goes to the bathroom, and I realize she just shit in my bed. I'm not lying. And then it wasn't no pebble, she took a shit. And at first I wanted to be like the man, like that's who throws dick. That's why I fucked the shit out of her. But then I got upset because she said, you got some more sheets. I'm like, bitch, I ain't got no more. I'm single and shit. You think I got extra sheets and linen cupboards and all and whatnot? I was upset. So I'm like, I lost my manners. I really did. I said, you gotta get the fuck out. I'm out of food, I'm out of sheets, my house smells like shit. So that's my story.